Well, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Got a nice, easy video today, but I'm going to drop you guys a little bonus. So, um, market up or down. We're down today. We're broke. We didn't sell anything. Our positions was still up 2 out of 3. Outperformed the market. That's how we're going to do it consistently over time. That's how we're going to outperform. Uh, but there's nothing we're doing in the account. But there's an old saying is that you can be poor or lazy, but not both. So I'm poor, uh, but I'm not lazy. So uh, people always talk about paper trading. I've talked about it on this account. I think it's a perfect day for it. Um, it should be something you consistently do if you're trying to learn. I've been doing this for 4 years, so I kind of figured it out through repetition. But if you don't have the data, you can build the data. Okay, so um, let's start a little paper trade sheet here, and we'll go through some of these. And if you don't want to hang around, it says more about you than it does about me, so that's on you. I'm trying to help you all out here. We just want this top part. It's got all those hidden ones. I don't want the hidden ones. But we want to track it the same way as if it was real stuff, right? So we know the market's down today. Let's check out the screener here. Let's go ahead and input all the data here. And this isn't going to take very long. But I know I've been doing a lot of real quick videos, just not a lot going on in the market. I am still doing activity in the main account. If you want to check that out, go to the blog. Links in the description. No big deal. It's been kind of quiet there too, but I am buying every day. And that's the whole thing. It's all consistency. But if you don't have data yet because you're not able to move money, like we're just supply block now because we don't have any cash in this account, you can still look at data in real time, which is, in my opinion, the most effective way to learn. That's the only reason I'm doing these videos, because you could look back in the past and get similar data, but it's not as effective as what did the market do today. And your brain, I think, takes it a little differently. So that's why I put the effort out, and hopefully it helps some of you folks learn how the markets move. Even if you don't decide to move money like I do, that's fine. That doesn't bother me none. All right, I think that's it. And we get 30 out. All right, so I have a video in the playlist called How I Find My Universe of Stocks. So if you haven't seen that video, or you don't know forwards and backwards how I do it, you should go check it out. It's not the perfect way to evaluate stocks, but it's very quick, and it gives me all the information I need, because all you really need to know is this company dependable to deliver the cash flow that we count on over long periods of time. That's really all I care about. So if I was new, I'd be going through each one of these, okay, and just clicking on them and trying to find a way. You're trying to look for one kind of thing that will tell you if this is not a buy. You're looking for a reason to not buy it, okay? Dukes in my universe. I won't buy a utility with a PE over 18. No, I will not do it. So we're in the range, right? Dividends nice and sweet. Debt's under 4, nice and good. There's no red numbers here. They made money this year, last year, next year, last 5 years, last 100 years. It's reliable, right? Institutions are buying this thing. See the transactions? That's positive. If it was negative, it would be like this. The insiders are selling. You think, oh man, must be something wrong. Well, the insiders don't barely own any of the company. So, and there could be a lot of different reasons and freeze out periods and stuff like that why they're selling. So everything looks good to me. Your RSI is at 20. Everything looks beautiful. I think this one has a dividend coming up too, which is another beautiful reason to tag it. Oh, I hit the wrong. All right. Yeah. Get out of my way. Things aren't just going that well today. Computer doesn't want to work, so this might affect your analysis of what you're going to get out of me today. I've been on the computer all day. There you go. So you see, right after earnings is typically where the dividend posts. So you're looking pretty close, right? Now, there's no D yet, so it hasn't been announced. But it's a perfect time. You can see the RSI is super down, and my opinion, great value. What in the hell? There we go. That's what I want. I want the closing price. So 85.97. Yeah. So let's put that in. Ticker, UK. Today's date. 85.97. This will give you repetition too of what is our sell price going to be, right? Right? What are we looking for? 85.90. That's correct. Okay. So we're just going to do the ones that are in my universe, and you can look at some of the other ones too. It's Procter Gamble. Everybody knows that. Remember, we are looking for a reason to not buy this. Just because it's down doesn't mean it's a buy. Procter & Gamble is an iffy one. Some of the best quality companies I will pay up to a 22 PE. For me personally, this is not one of them. So this is too high for me. So people talk about, oh, the stock market has went down and, everything's at a great value. In my opinion, no, not everything is. I think the markets could go down much further. Everybody will take their dose of medicine tomorrow when we get the CPI numbers, so we'll get to see if we're going up or down. But this is how you stay out of trouble. This is a fantastic business. I mean, everything else looks perfect, but this right here, this is what shows you if the company is cheap or expensive. Now, the one thing that could change what PE you're willing to pay for is what kind of sector it's in and what is the growth rate, right? But these companies are like a bazillion years old and they don't grow that fast. So it would take you 21.45 years for the company to make as much money as you're paying for it. That's a long freaking time. It's just too expensive for me. I like to see it come down even more before I'm a buyer. And you think, well, companies like this, they'll never get down that far. Yes, they will. You just have to be ready when they are. It's a pass for me. And that would be the same if I had all in cash and that comes up. That's the same play. You can't consistently make bad decisions and make money. You can in the short run, but not over long periods of time. Southern Electric is another one of my faves. Look how that thing is straight down. Holy cow. All right, let's look for a reason to not take it. Great dividend. PE. This is kind of whippy. It's kind of a spread. So just quick math in my head, you got 37, 38 if you add them together, right? You take that into 2, that's 19. I don't want to pay over 18 for a utility. I still think this can go further down. I'm not interested at this price. I want to see it go further. I want a deal. I'm looking for a deal. This might take less time than what I thought. I figured the ones in my. This is a really, really small position in my investment account, and we'll go into each position and why it's in my universe in detail as we get into investing. But there's one. There's a utility under 18, great dividend, debt under 4. Past 5 is negative, but the stock market prices stocks in the future. So in the screener, it still showed up because we're only worried about next year and next 5 years. Institutions are slightly buying it, and insiders are slightly buying it. Your RSI, nice 20. I like this one. 79.47 for Ed. And then what you'll do is you'll check this stuff tomorrow and see if it's sold. All right, so there's one more page. We'll go through that right quick. Not to say some of the other ones aren't buys, but when you have a lot of stuff on the scanner, you just go towards quality, and this is the quality that's in my universe here. There's VFC, that's not in my universe, but you know we're buying that. I bought that today in the main account, but I wouldn't be a long-term investor in it. It just didn't make the cut. Verizon, let's look for a reason to not take it. Look at that dividend, 7%. It's almost like a bond. You have 7 PEs. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Because they got issues, right? Debt under 4. They make money all the time, every time. Institutions are buying it. Insiders are selling it, but they don't even hardly even rank. So I love this play right now. 35.68 for Verizon. Remember, this is paper trading. I'm not telling you to go out and buy this stuff. So, but this is the process. Everybody says do paper trading, you know, all that stuff, but nobody really walks you through it. This is how I would do it. We would start collecting data. Okay. So now we need sell price, right? So if I were you and I was unsure of kind of how this works, I would get a calculator and take the buy price times 1.01 and do it that way. Now, as we start doing in mass, we'll use formulas. It's this price. Oh, the laptop keyboard is different than a regular keyboard. Let's see if we can figure this out here. Shift 8 times 1.01. Bam. Now what we need to do is just make this money. Pink. And it'll do all the rounding for us. If you double click here, oh, look at that. Filled them all in. There you go. So now, tomorrow we'll look at these and we'll see if the buy price hit, which pretty high percentage of the time it does, but occasionally if it gaps up tomorrow or something, then we'll just say, hey, we never got in, right? And then we'll start building data. So when you're at periods of downtime and you don't really have a good understanding, you can speed up your learning curve by practice, right? It's just like if you're in a math class and you didn't really understand it, but you know the test isn't until Friday and it's only Tuesday. Well, you could do practice problems, right? That's the same thing. We learn over repetition, 10,000 hours, that kind of deal. But I wanted to drop a little extra value for you guys, just so that you see that you don't just have to sit idle by, oh, wait, another day of nothing, another day of nothing, another day of nothing. There is a lot going on in the markets right now. We have the gilts going on in Great Britain and all of the oil and the railroad and everything's going on, and you can see it all in the numbers. So just open your eyes and soak it in. Even if you're not moving money, just be aware. And also, always keep an eye on the sectors, right? There's a lot of utilities on this list. Utilities are in the toilet. But not all of them are good buys, right? As we saw. Look at all them utilities. So different sectors lead and lag the markets. So that's what allows us to use the same strategy in different phases of the market cycle. It will just be in different sectors. So hopefully that makes some sense. Hopefully you had an awesome day. This didn't take a little bit extra time, but hopefully it pays you huge dividends, pun intended. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Have a great day.